like yourself. To talk to your child about vaping is you. To start the conversation, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
In our democracy, your vote matters. Make your voice heard. Get registered. Seek out reliable reporting on the candidates and issues and vote on or before November 5th. Visit vote411.org. This message is furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Looking for a meaningful way to engage with your community and make a difference? Volunteer with the Massachusetts Senior Medicare Patrol Program and help prevent Medicare fraud. Visit masmp.org. This project is supported by a grant from the U.S. Administration for Community Liberty.
At Rockland Trust, we know listening matters. Whether you're building a family or a business, investing in a new home or a college education, you need a banker who cares. That one person who makes all the difference. Rockland Trust Bank, where each relationship matters. Member FDIC.
JP Morgan Chase is making the economic
.com. Turn us up.
All right, let's take a look.
Join us on Facebook and Instagram.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda been in the house, but I'm not here because I was eating raw. I was out. But this is another edition.
Of Bedroom Topics. We are here. We are live. We are lit.
Oh, hey, Sugarfoot. How
Hi,
you feeling?
darling. I'm good. How are you?
Can't complain. Trying to lay low, let my hair grow. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. It's been a great week. It's been a great weekend. Sorry, just getting
You
ready
can't
for
say that for everybody.
our TikTok people. You know why I say it was a great weekend? Because I'm alive still. We're alive still.
Oh.
We're still breathing, despite, everything that has been going on. That has been going on lately, but we are still here. So I'm grateful and thankful for that. And I'm grateful and thankful because we got some special people in the building. But, we'll get to that in a second. Let's say hello to our people that are joining us. Hi, Mike. I can't click on this. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, don't worry. It's on my end. It's looking good.
Okay, I see it now. I just have to read it from there. Hey. Okay.
Sis, what up, sis?
Hey, Tanya. So we already got some people strolling in. Let's start off like we usually do.
How was your week?
It was good. I had a great haunted house for my kids at ADSL. We scared the crap out of the parents. We scared the crap out of the kids. We gave out lots and lots and lots of candy. The weather wasn't the best, so we could have had a better turnout, I think. But for it being on a Friday night and actually being Halloween and with everything that was going on in the city of Boston, it was really nice to see our kids come out and have a good time. Shout out to my staff. Shout out to the volunteers that helped scare the kids and get dressed up in the whole shebang. Even board members came, they was chilling with us. So it was really, really dope. Yeah, got a lot of cleaning up to do tomorrow, but yeah, it was good. It was good. And I got to rest. Saturday. I did a lot of that, which was nice. I don't get to do that often. Thank you. You allowed me to rest on Saturday.
Yeah.
How was your weekend? How was your week?
So before I get into the show, I'm gonna say my week started off amazing. Again, you know, I don't have shit to do, so I take my little walk arounds. Did another walk around down the neighborhood, and on a Friday, I found myself eating well. A lot of people was going through things, so I'm not going to rub it in your face just yet, but in a few I will.
Yeah.
But I really had to. I had an amazing week. I also went to stop by to see my brother Mitch, his women empowerment tournament and his Saturday program.
Yeah, shout out to him with that.
Just to get out the house. So I like to be in different energy. So
and big shout out to the teachers too. Last week I was telling you guys that Boston Public Schools, the teachers have been doing their little shoot around thing on Saturday. So shout out to them.
I didn't go to that.
But I just wanted to give them because I know they were there. My cousin played, so I know they were there. I had to give them a shout.
I'm not giving him a shout.
Stop hating.
Let's get right into the show. Listen. A lot of people keep asking me, Chris, you always eating well, despite what the government is doing, despite what's going on in life, because life is life. And people ask me, why am I always eating well? And I'd say, well, one, my wife take care of me, and two, I happen to know a hidden jewel in the city of Boston. I ran into a gentleman named Mr. Ricardo and Miss Rebecca from the Hyde Park Food Pop-Up. And I run into him quite often because this guy moves around throughout the city, and he just shows everybody love. So, ladies and gentlemen, to save y'all all the questions y'all be asking me, I brought him on the show myself. Hey. Mr. Ricardo, Miss Rebecca's in the building.
Welcome, guys. Welcome.
The CEO in the, what is this? What's after CEO? And the CEO and CFO of Hyde Park Food Pop-Up. Right? See, I caught myself, right? Because, and forgive me for this, at first when I was saying, I'm like, this is a Hyde Park. I know it's technically the Hyde Park Food Pop-Up, right? But I was calling it the Hyde Park Food Pop-Up Shop, right? Let me tell you why, just quick fast. The way it's organized, the way it's structured, the way, first of all, forget how the way, it's not even a shop, it's, it's a pop-up. But how you doing this? How? Why? First of all, not even how. Why are you doing this?
Welcome, first of all.
Yeah,
welcome to our show. He's excited. I'm sorry. Definitely welcome to our show. And yes, how are you?
We are good. I'm good.
Very good, yes.
To answer your question, we just, during COVID, we realized a lot of people wasn't able to get food. We were like, we were talking to each other, like, what does the community need right now? What can we do for the community? And people said they couldn't get food. And we asked the community, right? What do you need? Food. So we started distributing some food out of somebody's front yard.
Wow.
Right down the street from where we're doing it right now. And we were flagging cars down. We bought a bunch of food. And had it right there, set up some tables, was flagging people down, asking them to stop, pop their trunks, and we were just putting boxes of food in their trunk.
Oh, wow.
And, note the word pop-up. It was only supposed to be temporary, and we started in 2020. I remember the first day we gave out about 50 boxes of food. And then, everybody was asking, when are you guys going to be back here? When are you guys going to be back here? And it was like, well, next week. And so, we were left with a task of trying to find food to have there the following week.
Yeah. Yes.
So, but we got it done. And, we were doing it there for maybe a few months and then started getting cold. And we found a place we could do it indoors at the Hassan Apartments. It's a Boston public housing building. We do it in the community room.
Okay.
So, and we've been doing it ever since. We started at about 50 folks, and now we do 150 to 200 folks every week.
Wow.
Yeah. That's it?
Yeah.
I think you try to be
think
modest.
the numbers are higher than that,
the
right?
numbers are higher than that. I'm one of the people on the line. I have no shame.
We can do 200, 300, sometimes 400 bags, right?
Oh, all right. Now you're talking.
But you've seen our bags.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the bags
Right?
are full.
We don't have regular bags. We got some huge bags,
Yes.
and we fill those up.
They fill up, yes.
So much so that we got to get people sometimes to help older folks to take them out of the building.
Or 2 bags.
Yeah,
You
or
know,
sometimes we
it's
just
too
give them
much,
2
yeah.
bags.
Yeah.
So, but you know, we give enough food to hopefully last a family for a week, right? And I think one of our goals is if we can give people enough food to last for the week, and maybe they can take whatever couple $100 they were going to buy groceries with and pay a bill, a utility bill, rent, help to pay rent or something. You know, we feel like we've done our job. So,
Well, I'm glad you said that because I'm going to get right into my first question. And before I get into my first question, I just really want to give you, Miss Rebecca, y'all flowers because what y'all doing is amazing. You don't get too many opportunities to do the Lord's work, and y'all are doing it. So I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank y'all, because a lot of times y'all don't know I was hungry. Y'all don't know I had to feed another family. Sometimes, you know what I mean? It's always like one hand wash the other, but both hands washes the face. So I just want to give y'all guys y'all flowers before I get into my nonsense. All right. So I humbly thank y'all. All right. So with that being said, you know, you mentioned about getting food and making sure people could take the next couple of dollars to put on the bill. Survival, because right now we live in survival of the fittest. The EBT is down worldwide, as we all know, right? And do you think, and I don't want to get too much into the political terms, right? But do you think the government is using this as a political tool to prove a point? Or do you just think like, let me just ask that first. I'll start with you. Do you think the government is using a political tool to, like, this is like a political tool to prove a point?
Yeah. I think what point they're trying to prove at this moment, I'm not really clear on, because prior to this happening, we already had thousands and thousands of people that were hungry, that are not eating day by day. So to add more to that number, like I don't know what they're trying to prove or what anybody's trying to prove by stopping benefits that are very helpful to our families and to people that we know, to ourselves, who've been on it before or probably still on it. But I do think they're trying to. I just don't know what the point is. I don't know what they're trying to prove. That's the confusion for me.
It's just politics. You know, it obviously is a political tool, or it would have been resolved by now, right? So. It's just funny how they play politics with people's lives, right?
It's a nasty game.
Yeah.
It's nasty.
People rely on SNAP and WIC and HIP, and there's some folks who really rely on this stuff to live, you know? We're talking about especially older folks and children.
Pregnant
right?
mothers.
And it changes choices, right? Because if you need food, you can't pay something else. So now...
You have a soft voice, so...
Sorry.
You want to make sure they hear you. Yeah.
So there's a mental health impact for sure, the stress on families. If you don't have the assistance with food, then you can't pay a bill, right? So then you become insecure in other areas in your life and in your family because you have to eat, right? So...
Yeah, I agree. I don't think that the government don't want people to eat. I just think that this is a pretty good card for them to play to get what they want.
To get what they want.
Right?
At the cost of the
At
community.
the cost of people who
families
rely on these programs, right?
Yeah.
Which is kind of inhumane if you really think about it, right? But
I didn't even realize until you just mentioned it that, like, you know, WIC, and I didn't realize that they were all kind of under
the same umbrella.
The same umbrella, you know. So now I'm really thinking hard about my niece. You know, my niece who relies on that to feed my godson, to feed her son. You know what I mean? Like, what is going to happen to her? Like, just a lot of thoughts are going into my mind, but I didn't realize. So again, more knowledge. If we don't talk about these things, we won't know these things. Because some people really think like, oh yeah, ABT's cut up, but not my wig. I can still get milk and stuff for my baby and stuff. They're not going to do that to me, but
exactly.
Yeah.
You know what? And forgive me, because I know it's hurting our people the most. It's really, really hurting our people the most. But to me, this was a wake-up call. And I'm going to be honest with you. And a lot of times, people look down on things until they need it. To say that is to say this. Fool us once, shame on me. Fool us twice, shame on you. I'm not going to give you the third time to shame me. So let me be real with y'all, make this very clear. A lot of y'all as human beings look down on food pantries. But you know, you unique. You got a pop-up shop. You got a pop-up.
So
you know
we
what I mean?
pop up. We pop up.
Right,
in
y'all
different
pop
places.
up, right?
Yeah, we pop up all over the place, man. We make that happen.
I get offended because that's frowned upon in our community. And it's like, people don't understand how difficult it is to go get the items, pack the bags, get the food, organize it, transport from point A to point B, making sure that everybody eats, nobody skipping line, it's organized. I was so impressed with what y'all got going on. It made me, it humbled me, it appreciated me, because it was a lot of times my mom used to be like, come me to the pantry, come me to the pantry. You never know when the world's gonna go through. And I'm like, Mom, you're just crazy.
Right.
You know,
We all
your
thought
mind.
that, yeah.
But now I'm looking at like, this really matters. You know, when you come get the, first of all, I had steak.
Man, let me tell you.
I had steak. I ain't gonna lie.
You got that from us?
Yes, I did. I really
got the
did.
salmon, the steak, the chicken. I be making some good dinners. I appreciate you.
I eat well.
I really do. It saved, and I realized too how much money it does save me. A pack of chicken is like $10 in some places, you know. So I'm
But
like,
if you come to Hyde Park,
the pop-up, you just don't know
the
what you're
food
gonna get.
food pop-up, Hyde Park food
pop-up,
pop-up.
yeah.
If you go there, it's free.
Yeah.
Now you see what the difference. That same $10, $20 that I could have went to the supermarket with and bought one piece of chicken. I went to y'all guys and got more
They
than
be
one
having the
piece of
bomb
chicken.
bread.
Everything
We
is
had
fresh.
parent. I had this one parent. She hunted me down for this bread that you guys had provided one time for us. And I was like, listen, there's no guarantee. We don't know what we're going to get. It's different all the time. But she was on me. She's like, I just loved it. She was so appreciative. But she was hunting me down for that bread. So I'll make sure, you know, I get you the bread.
We do. I know some people call us picky when it comes to like what we give out to the community, but we're very selective. And we're very conscious of like what we eat, right? And feeding our community and making them healthy. So we do put in a lot of effort and work into making sure like the choices that we are giving are good choices.
And I must say, people, all their food are really fresh and good. They're not putting out any bad food. And I think that's the problem a lot of people have a distaste with, because people, they get free food and they just put it out there. But y'all separate the bad from the good, and y'all make sure everybody eat. Like I had the steak. I really had the butterfly. I did it up. My wife did it, but yeah, it's.
So wait a minute, you didn't cook that steak?
No, my wife cooked it.
You didn't cook it.
I'm not in the kitchen. I went
He
food
enjoyed
shopping.
it.
I walked. I did my little steps. I met y'all.
Yeah.
So let me say something, y'all. Right, just quick, fast. The government is Let's talk about Boston residents just alone, right?
Yeah.
The government is trying to put a restraint on the rainy day funds, right? My question for y'all: would that affect y'all, like in y'all program?
Before we answer that, I just want to kind of reiterate what you said earlier, that food insecurity didn't just blow up with the shutdown, right? It's been really in everybody's face for a long time, right? We started this in 2020 because people didn't get food because the country was shut down, all that, and to what you said, right? We have this model, as far as giving people food. Because we don't only do food, we do, we teach nutrition classes, we set people up, school kids with cooking classes. If you notice in our communities, there's like fast food joint within a mile of each other, right? We've been on some groups, local community groups, to try to stop them from opening so many fast food joints around here because it's very unhealthy. But we couldn't do it. We failed. So the plan B was to just go out and speak to kids, you know, kind of remind people about nutrition, you know, how it works, and you know, all that good stuff to keep people healthy. When people are healthy, we make better decisions, right? A lot of times we go, you know, see our doctors and we complain about our ailments, and the first thing we do, we walk out of that doctor's office with sometimes a bunch of prescriptions, right, that we're going to be on for the rest of our lives, and sometimes nobody's not even once mentioned a nutritionist. Some insurance policies allow you to have a nutritionist to talk to, right? You don't hear a lot about that. So one of the reasons we deal with nutrition is to make sure people understand. We even teach people how to have the right conversations with their doctor when they go to doctor visits, stuff like that. We bring in nutritionists, we bring in folks from Dana-Farber. We're partners with a lot of different hospitals and what's not. So we're not only trying to feed people, we're trying to keep them healthy at the same time, right? So we don't give people food that we will not take home
And eat yourself.
for ourselves,
Absolutely.
right? So that's why you saw us kind of going through some of the donations. The ones we buy, most of the time, 95, 99% of that's good. But if people donate food to us, we got a crew that goes through that, pick out the bad apples, trash them, you know, that kind of stuff. So
Something you said, oh God, what was I say?
And I think too, like, I'm not sure it's like frowned upon, right? I think there's a stigma out in our community that if you're going to a food pantry or food distribution pop-up, that you're poor,
Yeah.
right? Or that you don't have money.
Yeah.
Like growing up, I remember we were embarrassed.
Yeah.
So when we're out in the schools talking to the youth, one of the things that we really try to get through is there is a stigma around free food, but it doesn't mean your mother's poor or you don't have food. Sometimes you don't have the food you want to eat, right? So we just try to really talk to them about community service, like the importance of like helping your neighbor, because you don't see kids walk around shoveling, none of that, right? So trying to get to the youth about like the stigma around food pantries, food distribution, that it is okay to come and get food. And so we do that in the schools, and then we have the students come out to the pop-up and they run the pop-up. And you know, they walk in and it's like a work, right, job. But they leave smiling and feeling good, and you know,
They
now
made a
it's,
difference,
they
they
feel
know.
better about going to the food pop-up or food distribution when mom says like, go down to the church and pick up a bag of food, right? Because they see like the community, right? They see the togetherness, and they see like the food is actually good.
yeah, they understand it's okay. It's fine to get to, you know, to be a community service person, right? And help out, you know, because they were recipients of somebody else's community service at some point. They probably don't even recognize or never even knew about it. But most of us were, right? Our parents didn't tell us about it, but you know, we benefited from that. So it just us trying to help them to give back the best way that they can.
So I want to say this before I say something else. Excuse me. Got a little emotional for a second. I have to apologize to my mom with Canberra.
Mommy, are you watching this? Right, Mom, watch this, please.
Remember when you put that puffy coat on? You didn't want your friends to see you?
Record this, Mom.
It was all
Record
right.
this.
I totally have a story. My sister came home and said there was no more food, and my mother said, go back down there, your aunt's there, there's food.
I really have to apologize to my mother because growing up, I thought it was a stigma. I frowned upon down on it.
It still is.
But my mom did the best she could to make sure we ate.
Yep.
And one thing for certain, two things for sure, Mom, you humbled me because every night I ate, I didn't go hungry. But if you had more parents like my mom who would get up no matter what and put them clothes on, them boots, and go to the pantry to make sure our kids eat, there won't be no starving kids. And then I have to give it y'all flowers because, again, y'all don't know what I'm going through.
Yeah.
But every Friday, you make sure I eat. and I can just say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Like, y'all don't understand. 1 meal a day could keep somebody's stress away.
Yep.
You know, and it's weird because we had a time of need where, you know, you gotta guess where you're gonna get your food from now. You know, so it's kind of like a emotional, bittersweet moment for me because it's like, one, it shows me that we still got people in the community that still cares. 2, it just humbled me like, yo, Ma, you did right by me.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to touch on, you know, I think it's super, super dope how you're working with youth and the teenagers and the young kids to teach them that it's okay to go to these food pop-ups or pantries and grab food. So, you know, sometimes when, you know, we get our bags from you, we give them to our youth because I've worked with some youth who don't eat. You know, they don't go home to a hot meal every day. You know, they talk to me. When my husband pops in, they'll chat with him and stuff. You know, they talk to our colleagues and they let us know about some of the struggles that they are having at home. So some of them have been very embarrassed to take the bag. I'm like, and we're like literally shoving it in their hand, like, no, tell them that you went to the grocery store. Nobody got to ask you your business. Who cares? Just take it. And we give them as much as we can give them. So I think we need more of that type of, I don't know, workshop or stuff like that. Maybe me and you can talk about that, how you can do that with some of my teenagers, just to show them how to bag up stuff. And shout out to Officer Manny on that too, because I know he does a great job with Catholic Charities doing that too on Saturdays. But, you know, bagging up groceries, giving it out to people, explaining to them about healthy eating. I try to do that myself with my program, but it's not always easy, you know, because I'm not the best at eating healthy. I'm still learning myself. So I just wanted to give you your flowers on that. I think that's really dope working with the youth.
I just have a question because you mentioned something earlier before I go into my next question, but you talked about nutritionists. Do you think we as in the Black community lack information on nutritionists? That's one. And 2, how important is it for us to have a nutritionist a part of our family when it comes to healthy eating and living?
Yeah, we lack a lot of things, man, in our community. I know I heard you, first of all, you mentioned earlier that you know, we're feeling it the most. We are, because of our community and what comes to our community, as opposed to what goes to other communities. Just wanted to kind of remind folks that the majority of people in this country who use these services are Caucasian.
I was about to say, this is not a black and white thing. This is an everybody thing.
It's not, but the vast majority of people who use these services, like SNAP, WIC, HIP, all those services are white people.
I didn't know that.
I'm glad you opened that door.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait for you to finish and carry on.
No, it is, and it is not just by a small number. It's a vast majority of people in this country on food stamps and stuff like that.
Wow.
Are not the Black community. That is also.
That's shocking.
Those are numbers you could easily.
Those are facts.
Get online. You know, like it is available.
Those are facts.
So let me ask you this then. Since you said that. So if it's more majority.
Wow, I'm really
minorities using food stamps versus
us,
right? Why are we mad at 42 million people losing SNAP benefits and my concern is why are there so many people on SNAP? Because you said it, majority is help me clear this up for me.
This is what I think. I think, and I'm probably wrong. I don't know.
I don't want to get politics, but
no, I'm not getting political. I think that the reason why maybe a lot of Black people are not on SNAP benefits is because we don't get approved for it. You understand what I'm saying?
A lot of people don't even apply because they don't think they qualify for it.
My point. They don't think that they qualify or they can get it.
It's a lack of resources right there and information, right?
Or they get rejected one time
and
and
it's not
try
easy.
again.
It's not an easy process to.
It's not an easy process.
Oh, I know. I've been trying to get it. They deny me.
Yeah.
Deny me.
Nobody
It's not
answers
the
the
easiest
phone, and no
process.
one.
That's why I just come to y'all. I swear to you.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get food stamps for the longest.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they keep
majority-
denying me. That's why I come
Yeah.
to y'all. That's
I
why I come
think
to
out
High
of
Park
that-
Food
We'll be
Pop-Up.
here.
Out of that 42 million people that you just mentioned, I would say about maybe 30 or more million are Caucasian. Yeah.
But why? But to his question though, why do you think they are? I'm grateful for the services, but why do you think there are so many people utilizing? Like, there's a lot of people utilizing this service.
Yeah,
As
it's
you
a
said,
service
billions.
that the government has to prioritize. Every country has poor people who can't afford to, buy
To really-
food and
yeah,
pay rent
okay.
and pay all the bills and stuff. And that's what the government's job, right? Supposed to support those who can't support themselves, right? Or make provisions for them to improve their status or improve themselves and what's not, Do I think they're doing the best job? No, I don't. But you can't knock people for being on some of these services, because without some of these services, some people would starve.
Yeah.
As especially children and the elderly, who's a lot of old folks in this country put their time in, work jobs for 30, 40, 50 years, then they retire, and out of that retirement, they still got to pay health insurance, which is a hell of a lot of money out of their pocket,
Prescriptions,
right? They still got to live. If you ask me, it kind of seems like once you put your time in and you get old, you're not really useful anymore, and it seems like
Like they just
everybody
kinda
kind of
put you
turned
to
their
the
back on
side.
you, right?
Yeah.
So it's difficult if you're poor to begin with and living paycheck to paycheck, and then have to support yourself even after you put your time in, right?
Yeah, that is
it's
hard.
just
That's tough.
that's just the way it is.
It's unfortunate because I think I was speaking to a lady in your building. I was speaking to a couple of ladies in your building because I knew I was late coming to y'all. I think it was Joel on, and then they was I had the insight, and she had informed me that she had made a comment. First of all, she made a comment that stuck with me, and I didn't know how to answer her. And because I was thinking of like, thank y'all for all y'all do, and I had asked her. No, she said something. I said something, and she said to me, well, I'm glad you came. She said, could you imagine what would happen if the grocery prices stayed the same but SNAP disappeared permanently? What would you do?
Wow, that'll be something.
And when she said that to me, I had to ask y'all. So what would you do if the grocery prices stayed the same but SNAP was gone permanently?
Well, I'm going to the Hyde Park Food Pop-Up. That's where I'm going to find them first. I'm going to find them first. And then, I was actually thinking about this. Learn how to grow my own food. Like just learn how to grow my own food, learn how to grow my own potatoes, my vegetables, my own herbs and stuff like that, so that I can feed my family if that was to ever happen. Especially if I can't afford the food that's in the
Well, we
grocery
in
stores.
Massachusetts though. We got like what 2-3 months of summer up here. So I mean, what are you gonna do for the
For
other
the
months?
winter time, yeah.
right.
Huh?
So it's hard, man. But we also do a community garden, and I got some raised beds at my house, and
You do community gardens?
We do what we can.
Edgewater.
Yeah. But we, like I said, we buy a lot of the food that we give away. We both have full-time jobs. I take Fridays off my full-time job so I can do this. We make no money at all from doing this. This is us just doing our part. Not even giving back, but doing our part, right?
doing
Because
God's work.
it takes a village, right? Everybody got to pitch in and do a little something. We go out to small community, local businesses, individuals. We have QR codes where people can scan. We have a fiscal sponsor where the money goes, and 100% of that is used to buy food. Sometimes we put our own money in. Food is extremely expensive. But recently we've had some people call us up and ask how they can help. So we have some local businesses that are trying to help us out, get us money to buy food and stuff like that.
Can I ask you, And I'm glad that they are reaching out to help you. So keep reaching out, people.
Takes a village.
Takes a village. Can I ask you, have you noticed that more people are reaching out to you now since the announcement of the decline of the
Yes.
SNAP? So they weren't before, or not as much before, but now you see.
I think we can say out loud they really weren't before. I think just this past week, the last couple of weeks, we've had businesses that we had a relationship with that has helped us. That has stepped up to say, like, they're losing sleep at night and how can they help us? And I do think that there's good that may come out of it because there's these local businesses that now want to step up. And hopefully, you know, they continue to step up and continue to realize, like, the need. Because we struggle with sustaining. Like Rick said, like, there's weeks we do the U-Haul ourselves. Like, we take turns or the produce we're buying, you know.
As much food as we give away, man, it's, you know, we make it seem really easy, but it's a struggle. You
We're
know,
up at
it's
3 a.m.
It's a huge, we spend a lot of money every week per pop-up. And a lot of time, we're up at 3 in the morning, that same pop-up day, and we go start picking up whatever donations we get. You know, we go places like Amazon and stuff like that. You know, we get our U-Haul, and we drive around, pick them up, load up, and come back, and load up, and come back, and you know,
Your blessings will come.
we buy a lot of
I
food.
promise you, they're gonna come 10 times fold.
Yeah, and then when we're done with the pop-up, we're driving around for a few hours to some, you know, older folks that we know who not mobile.
Then you
We
give
drop
the
them off
food
bags
to-
of food and, you know, stuff
Trust
like
me.
that.
Your bags have blessed a couple of our old folks on our block, on our street. You know, very lovely couple. We adore them. You know, that are older, and we make sure they get a bag of food, and they are so appreciative of it. So trust me, the bags go a long way.
You know,
This
it
is-
takes a
yeah.
village, man. It really, really does.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So, and you know, thanks to you guys for, you know, stuff that you do. You know, we help to give you some food, and you give it to the neighbors and what's not.
Yeah, man, those
Thank you
families.
guys for having us on this radio show to kind of get the word out there. I was supposed to send you our QR code in case any of the viewers wanted to kind of help and donate a little something.
Yeah.
you
Send it
know.
to me. I'll post it on my page, and
Definitely,
we'll post it on the
a little
Spark FM
something
page too.
goes
so.
a long way. We have a Facebook page too, right?
Yes.
We have it on there.
What is your
You wanna
Facebook?
tell 'em what
High
to-
Park Food Pop-Up.
Hyde Park Food Pop Up on Facebook. Go follow them now.
Make sure y'all tap in.
Not
listen.
shop, pop-up.
Pop up,
Yeah, pop up.
not shop. There's no shop there.
It looked like a shop, but it ain't a shop. Definitely look like a shop, but it definitely ain't a shop. But
I want to give a shout out to you, Chris, because you've been coming to the pop-up.
you don't gotta give me no shout out. I
I
appreciate
just
y'all
want
food.
to tell you what brought tears to my eyes on Friday. Friday, giving the day before the shutdown, right, of EBT, people were out there dancing.
Because he was playing music.
You had the music going, and they still found a reason to smile
Yeah.
and dance and have a good time.
That brings people together for sure.
It totally did.
You know what the problem is? Sometimes you always say you put a smile on somebody else's face. But people don't understand how much it affects what they enjoy. I enjoy
Yeah.
coming to be around y'all and eating. I definitely eat when I get around y'all guys. I definitely eat well, right? But to see the work that y'all do in the community is amazing. And I couldn't be the first to say, you know, because I have wrote my notes down. I've been in Boston since COVID.
Yeah.
And I've heard about you. I never got to physically meet you, but I heard you doing a lot of things in the community. So for me, when I finally got the hands-on opportunity to meet you, it was a blessing for me because I got to see what you do, how you do it. I spoke to you throughout the duration of the day, and I'm like, when do you sleep? When do you get vacation? When do you have you time? And you say, my me time is making sure everybody eats.
Yep.
Everybody's healthy. And when I heard that from you, I was like, oh, he's amazing. Who is this guy? He's not my pop, but I need him to be my pop. Where he's been?
Oh, absolutely. really, it's like really hitting hard. I woke up a couple of days ago. I woke up just with tears in my eyes. And he's like, why are you crying? I was like, because I'm just thinking about what's going to happen in the next couple of days. I'm thinking about Thanksgiving. I'm thinking about, like, people did. It's not just about Thanksgiving, but people, this is the time they start preparing.
Yeah.
It's right before the holidays. It's like, how can you just throw that dagger in there
And he
like
gonna eat
that?
well. The government
Right.
gonna eat well because they keep going.
Yeah.
You know, so it just brought tears to my eyes, just constantly just thinking, like, I have my friends that are utilize the EBT SNAP benefits, my family who utilize them, people that I don't know, you know, families that I work with, kids that I work with. So it's just like, damn, you know what I mean? Damn, and back to our conversation, it does make you appreciate more pop-up like you guys.
There's
or
only one
the
high
food.
pop-up. There's only one pop-up out here.
Okay, the Hyde Park pop-up, the only
Everybody
one
else is
that's out
pantries.
here.
Yeah, that's the only one that's
and,
out here.
you know, the food pantries, and hopefully this show and the more work that you guys are doing will kind of lessen the insecurity around food, and people can come and say, I'm hungry and I need help, you know?
And that's the thing about that, what you just said. So there are pantries. There are a lot of pantries where you go to get food, you got to show proof of address or what. We don't.
Yeah, y'all, that's a fact. They
You
don't
can
do
only
that.
come, like once a month.
Once a
or
month.
It's very
We don't do
restricted.
none
Yeah,
of that.
yeah,
As long as
that-
we got food and you show up, you don't leave with something. Even if you leave with somebody's extra bag or maybe a bag I had put aside for somebody else or something, you don't leave with something.
Yeah.
You don't got to show no ID.
Yeah, you
Nothing
just
like
come
that.
and get food. Yeah,
you show up
that's-
because you want food.
Yeah.
And that's what you're going
That's
to get.
what I need.
You know, it's funny. At Friday when I went up there, this lady had stopped me. She's like, "What is this?" I'm like, it's a pop-up food. No, they give out free food. It's a food pop-up, right?" And she's like, "What is that?" And I explained to her, I'm like, "Just go inside." But I think y'all was just closing down. That lady walked out there and said, "Thank you for telling me what this is." I said, "Why?" And she said, "I'm gonna get my shopping cart." And y'all filled her shopping cart up. Little did I know she had 5 little girls in the house that didn't eat for 2 days. So when you hear people's testimonies, like, y'all really doing God's work, and it's like, well, I want to say it's unnoticed. It's not unnoticed, it's very appreciated, but it's really unnoticed because if we had certain more organizations donate the way y'all, you know, it just makes me ask y'all this question. Like, it makes me feel like, do y'all feel like y'all get enough support? Do y'all,
do you
like, I'm
guys
curious
get
to know
enough
that. Like,
support?
before all this government shut down, I know you mentioned that they just started helping y'all, right? But do y'all feel like y'all getting more support now? Do y'all feel supported? Or do you think it's gonna be longevity support or temporary support?
That was going to be my
it's-
next question.
We're independent, so the support is like the support that we go out and ask for, or that we market or fundraise for. It's definitely unprojected, right? We have good months, we have bad months, and that's when we're out of our pocket, like doing the U-Haul or buying the produce.
Basically, we never get.
We don't
What
have
we
any like
need,
funding
you know?
source. It's all like fundraising and solicitation, like donations.
Like we have,
We don't have any
we have.
sources.
What would be ideal for us was if we had a base that, like a building, a smaller structure. We have some of our partners just gave us some freezers and refrigerators, shelving, that kind of stuff. We don't have a structure of our own, so everything we get has to go the day of, right? So what would be ideal if we had a building or a smaller structure or something, we can give out food more days per week, right? Because we can store it, right? We can keep cooking classes there. We can bring in the youth and teach them about community service and what's not, and we can do a lot of different things if we had a space, but we really don't have a space. So
That's crazy,
you know,
because
we-
everybody's
we
looking.
do a lot
for
without a
space.
space,
Yeah,
obviously,
it's just
but
popping up everywhere.
we don't get big funding and stuff like bigger organizations. We go out and seek our own funding. Like she said, some weeks we get, it's good. It's good enough, and then there's some times where we're like, wow, we ain't got enough money to buy this food this week, and we kind of take money out of our pockets and do that, you know, because
there's somebody out there in Boston, somebody out there watching this show, listening to me either on TikTok, watching us right now, listening to us on our app, wherever you at. Y'all listening. And if you got money to help these people, you better dig in your pockets, okay? Dig in your pockets and help them. Help them find a building. Help them find funding. Help them because they are helping us. They're helping your family eat. They're helping your kids eat, okay? So, and it's free. They're doing it out of the kindness of their heart. They don't have to get up and do this every weekend, every Friday. They could be doing them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could just be doing whatever they want to do and spending time with their own family. But they get up every single Friday, Saturday, whatever how many days during the week on top of working a full-time job to make sure that these bags are packed up and food is going out to our community. So if you're out there, you listening, you got money, sponsor and help these people out.
So somebody in the chat just asked a question. Do y'all apply for grants and funding?
We do. We got a big grant we're applying for this week. We hardly ever get that big money. We get smaller grants. We don't have our own 501c3, but we have a fiscal sponsor that allows us to use their information. So that's the information that we use when we're approaching grants and stuff.
And that does limit us.
It does limit
from
us a
some
bit.
of the grants, like applying for certain grants because you have to have your own 501c3. So a lot of funders don't want you to have a fiscal sponsor. They want you to be established in a 501c3. So we are. That it's totally somewhere we're trying to get. But we're so sometimes deep in the woods of like feeding the community. There's not much time left to sit and say.
It's just the two of us.
You know, so.
It's really just the two of us. We have some really great volunteers, but it's just the two of us kind of running things, and
So
you know,
and we work full time. You know, so
That's,
So we're hoping to get our own 501c3 status at some point. Actually, we've been talking about that recently.
Yeah, it's gonna definitely come for you guys.
So yeah, we wanna kind of blow this up in a slightly bigger way. Hopefully not get too big where we can't handle things, but we'd like to make it big enough so we can do 2-3 pop-ups a week, right? And people come to us as opposed to us. We kind of move around a lot right now. Next week we're going to be back where we were. Then, you know, coming up to Thanksgiving.
Wait, I'm sorry. Just for, because you mentioned something, just for the people to know, where you're going to be located next week?
Not next week, on the 14th.
The 14th.
The
We'll be at
14th.
Hassan.
We'll be back at where we were last week at
What's the
Hassan
address?
Apartments.
98 Thorne
98
Street.
Thorne Street. I think we got to do some stuff at the brewery.
Yeah, so the Roundhead Brewery has offered to give us November as a month to like fundraise and get our name out. And we're doing a trivia night that's going to be focused on food insecurity. So some like facts around food insecurity. And then we'll have a Saturday that we're there all day with our QR code passing out, not so much a full pop-up, but just a few produce
Few
items.
goodies.
And then I don't know what else we're doing.
Then
yet
on,
for
I
the
think
brewery.
on the 22nd, we're giving out turkeys right down the street at the marijuana dispensary.
Underground Legacy.
Underground.
Okay.
The guy who runs the place, beautiful guy. We did it there before. We did some pop-ups there before. They were all a success.
Yeah, he totally. He did a community day, and so he asked us to come out and do a pop-up.
So we might have about 200 turkeys that day.
Nice.
We might do a turkey distribution before that day again. I think we may even do it on the 14th.
14th,
Yeah.
well, if everything
If we get the turkeys.
works out.
Yeah.
My fingers crossed.
Right?
Yes.
So, and our turkeys that we usually get the turkeys, and then we do a box on the side with all the side goodies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we got that plan, and then December we got some work coming up with the schools.
Yes.
and that's gonna run through till about
booked
maybe
in
March or
March.
so. Yeah.
That sounds like y'all got a tour going on.
Well, we've worked with many of the schools before, so you know, they were on vacation, whatever. They just came back, so they've been reaching out and trying to find out where we're gonna come over. We had 2 meetings with 2 schools last week.
New Mission and Boston Prep.
You know,
I'm sure you're gonna get a lot more calls because I'm sure students are like.
And we're not booked. Sorry, we're not booked for pop up, so we still can. We're flexible where we pop up.
yeah,
Just like
definitely.
with the schools and.
Yeah.
So quick fast before you say that, when you say you're flexible popped up, like can you elaborate so other people understand?
So if you have
Can
an
you talk to-
organization or space where we can get our U-Haul in to offload and where the community can easily get to, then we're happy to come and bring the food to you and to the community.
No charge at all. But we ask sometimes if you can make a donation for us coming out to do that, it'll be greatly appreciated. I'd say the majority of places that we go out and we do pop-ups at, they usually, give us a little donation. Some places would, don't want to call no names or putting anybody on the spot, but there's some places that we pop up at their locations and they're like, oh, let me see the invoice of what you spent this week. And they gave us all the money back.
Yeah.
So we were
Wow.
able to go do it someplace else,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Paying it forward.
Yeah,
Yeah,
paying it forward,
totally,
exactly. And we make nothing off of this. This is all about food for us, We just want to be able to pay for the U-Haul. We got to buy ice or bags or materials, tables, whatever we got to do. Everything goes towards
T-shirts.
that. Yeah,
We need
T-shirts.
T-shirts.
We need some new T-shirts.
I gotta talk to you about that off the scene. Just remind me. So it's my favorite time of the show.
Go ahead.
I like to ask questions that random people don't like to. What's your most heaviest? You just tell me which one. What's your most heaviest time throughout the year that y'all most active?
Gosh, it's
Holidays. Any holidays.
it's the whole year.
It's all the time. It's tough.
Every time that day rolls around for our distribution, I think I worry. I can say we worry about, are we going to have enough food?
Yeah.
Turning someone away absolutely kills me inside.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking all over for whatever is left to
Left
just
over.
give you something. And sometimes we're even like, if you give us your number, we'll bring you a gift card. Or we'll bring you, go buy some food and bring,
And we do that a lot. We've had folks call us. And
Yeah, and we'll just go and shop and I
Yeah.
say, text me what you like. Because
Yep.
I don't want to just pick, They're like, whatever. Text us what you like so we can, make it purposeful
Yeah.
for you, right? So you have the food you want,
We may not have a pop-up going on that week. We ain't got no food stored because we don't have storage, right? And we just use whatever funds we have for food and
Yeah.
we go and buy
Buy
some
them food,
groceries.
Do a
Babe,
little
just-
shopping.
Just quick fast, babe.
But I can't say there's one. I will say the summer is heavy for us because we don't have storage. So we have to get the food and get it out.
Yeah.
Same day.
So that's,
Same
I
day.
think the summer's a struggle for us because produce goes bad extremely
That's
fast.
true. Yeah. And the meats and stuff, we can't really
We
control
can't really
that,
do
so-
meats in the
so-
summer unless it's like frozen,
yeah,
right?
Has to be rock solid.
So I think the summers are stressful.
Yeah, that's true. That
Not so
makes
much
sense.
heavy, but very and we have no flexibility. Like we can't do a church on a Saturday because we can't hold the food in the truck,
Right.
So
Interesting. But look, we're gonna take a commercial break.
Quick
We're gonna
commercial break.
pay some bills, and we'll be right back with more conversation. This is Bedroom Talk. We here. We live. I'm not hungry. I'm definitely not. Lit,
At
but I'm-
SparkFMOnline.com.
or message that mentioned Social Security that made you feel
just like that? Had to pay a bill for real. This wasn't no game. I'm just ashamed that things was kind of lame and late. But back to the show as we know. So, Mr. Ricardo, I have to ask you, because you're a more humble, modest person. You don't really brag about what you got going on. But I heard you have this big fundraiser going on. Little Birdie told me. Talk to me about it.
So we got a fundraiser that we do once a year in March. It's in collaboration with one of our sister food distribution sites called Favor. Food Access.
Volunteers of Rosendale.
Of Rosendale. Could never remember that. So there's a pottery in Rosendale donates 400 soup bowls that they make at the pottery, clay bowls. And we use this place called the substation in Rosendale, so we can take 100 people at a time per hour. So we charge like $40 per ticket.
That's not bad.
But it's pay what you can. So if we ever have someone who can't pay for the ticket, you can still come.
You can still come.
So let me translate that. So what she's saying is, if you have the $40,
Pay for the ticket.
pay for the ticket. If you don't have the $40, you still can show up and do what you can.
Yeah, pay what you can, right?
Pay what you
Pay
can.
what you can.
But what I'm translating is, this don't have nothing to do with what they're saying. What I'm saying is, that same $40 that you're going to drink, smoke, go get your hair done, nails done, whatever you're going to do, is that same $40 that you could save another child's life from eating. It's the same $40 that you could sit here and make sure somebody else eats. The same $40 you could pay in forward to make sure that this program continue to go on. I'm not going to sit here and shallow away and try to hurt y'all business, but I'm going to be real. Y'all do a lot in the community. Y'all don't get enough support. Y'all don't get enough funding. And you know what's crazy is like, they say write grants, but once they write grants, they'll tell you the grants is wrong. So it's even harder to get the money. It's even harder to continue to do what y'all doing. Y'all do this on a week-to-week basis. So for me, forgive me if I'm passionate about it, but understand how it supports me. Understand how it supports my neighbors. Understand how it supports my son. Because at the time, baby mother said, "Yo, I ain't got no food." I said, "Oh." My wife said, "I do." You know what I mean? And I got 2 kids. You feel me? So I got a 60-year-old with Jay, and I got a, you know what I mean? But that's no here it is. The point of the matter is, if people pay forward, if people give back, if people take the initiative to say, here's an opportunity, thank you for giving back to me. Their program could do a lot better things,
It's
more better
a
things.
big deal, man. It's a big deal. Let me tell you some more about the fundraiser. So we hit up maybe 15, 20 restaurants in the community, Rosendale, Hyde Park. And we asked them to donate at least 10 gallons of their best soup, right? So when you come to the fundraiser, there's soup, we keep it warm. We got volunteer people who serve it, who run different things. And you come in, you get the bowl, you get to keep the bowl as a souvenir, and you can walk around and sample soups from 15 different restaurants.
I know
Right?
we got a Haitian restaurant in there. So
You got two or three Haitian restaurants.
Okay, I'm coming to get some soup.
Yeah.
I'm get my soup.
And you get to sample soup for a whole hour, and then after that hour, you leave. Another 100 people comes in.
That's nice. I like
And
that
it's-
idea.
that's just-
That's
we do
super
it. We
dope.
got
I'm coming
3
to
to
that.
4 shifts.
Yeah, we were sold out last year. Totally sold out.
So in a
it's
nutshell, y'all having romantic dating with soup. If that's what you want to call it, because I'm about to get somewhere.
So there's music.
Yeah.
The
Lots of
substation
entertainment,
has beverages.
Yeah, you can buy drinks there.
You can buy drinks.
So it's a date, like it's a fun.
It's a lot of people do say though it's like their Sunday outing, like they look forward to it.
And children get to come for free, obviously.
Where is this place at?
It's at Rosendale, Rosendale substation. I forgot the exact address. Yeah.
Yes,
What day is it?
It's in
March 22nd.
March 22nd next year.
I don't like
Yeah.
doing this for
Remind
Beckham
me,
members.
please, because I definitely
Yeah, we'll
want
have
a
flyers
ticket.
and we'll
No, I don't.
And we have, before the event, we have bowl painting parties where we go out to the studio and we paint the bowls. So the
Yeah.
coolest thing is to see a bowl on the table or someone walking around with a bowl you painted.
That you painted.
Yeah. You get to design the bowls, paint the bowls, stuff like that. And I have actually 4 bowls at the house.
Favorite bowls. Yeah.
Favorite bowls, that you pick up,
They're just unique.
You
know,
go,
they're
you
just
go there and you
so
see them.
unique.
It's like, okay, I didn't
I'm
paint this one, but
definitely
it's
going
really
to
nice.
that.
So y'all do like y'all make the bowls?
So the pottery studio gives they supply the bowls.
Yeah.
They have students who come in and make the bowls, and then we go to the studio with volunteers and we paint them. We paint all
Yeah.
those bowls.
We paint them, then they glaze them.
Yeah, not just us, but we have
Yeah.
volunteers in different sessions,
That's super
over a
dope.
few
You-
weekends.
You know it's crazy, because little do you know, I know you're advertising your business, but you're also helping us brothers in the community. You laughing? I'm about to make logical sense.
with it. That's why.
This is a time of struggle. Ain't no laughing matter. Men can't spend money. Women have to save for us to make sure we good. Men, if you're going through struggles in your relationship, make sure you tap into their bowl event.
That's a perfect date.
That's a perfect
It
date.
is
I think
a
it's a
perfect
cute date. I like the idea. We're going, right?
You're damn right.
Okay, thank you. Thank
I
you in
never
advance.
painted bowls. So to hear to hear what y'all doing to me, I'm like, well, I didn't think of that.
Yeah,
Why
paint the
like
bowl
why
and-
why Mr. Ricardo, they tell me on the side personally like, yo, come do this so I can make myself look good, like I took investment. Nah, but I
super
never
dope.
heard of it. That's like a dope. And then what's crazy is once they paint the bowls, you put it out, and then
People
other
walk
people
around.
take it
Yeah.
home
So
with
you
the
see
soup.
your bowl, or even at the event, you see a bowl.
You
that
come to the
painted.
event,
Yeah.
they put the bowls out on these tables so you can choose with the one you want. And sometimes we're over there and, I'm usually sitting at the door, like taking people in and stuff like that. And I'm looking at the bowls. I'm like, oh, I painted that one. Or I painted that one. Or,
That's
and it's just a really good feeling to see somebody take your bowl and say, I like this one. I'm going
And
to
they
keep this
picked
one.
it, right? Because it caught their eye.
And they're walking around the whole time, just
With their bowl
rinsing
in
that
their
bowl and drinking soup out of that bowl, rinsing it again and trying a different soup, and then they leave with that bowl.
Yeah.
And it's a good souvenir to have for
That's
a good
cute
fundraiser.
idea.
right?
And
I
the
think-
soup is delicious.
I'm
like,
sure.
They got bouillon.
Yes.
Bouillon?
Yeah,
Bouillon.
everything.
Yeah.
We
Bouillon.
got
Yeah,
all
they
kinds of
make them.
soups you never
like a
heard
beef
about
one,
before.
a vegetable
Yeah.
pumpkin one. Yeah.
Yep.
So let me ask you this: did this I know you? I'm still stuck on the nutrition part, right? Because now it's like, not only you're bringing romance, but now you're bringing nutrition. Not only bringing nutrition, you're bringing creativity. Because when you got to paint the bowls, it takes time, right? But it's not only you're doing that, you're creating dates for opportunities for the low.
Yeah.
How much is the prices as they go?
It's like
$40 a ticket.
$40 a
Yo,
ticket.
men,
Which
this
is
is
nothing.
a win-win. You learn, bestie. What's up, bestie? This is a win-win. $40 date night. You get food, drinks. You got to pay for the drinks yourself, but the experience is different. I'm looking forward to this.
It's something that I've never ever heard of before.
Yeah, we
It's
look forward to
different.
having you guys there.
It's unique,
Yes.
so I'm
that's
so excited.
Again,
to
when
go
is this?
Next year.
March 22nd.
I just want to make sure I give it an interview the week before, or what I mean, because
Yeah, make sure we
Yeah.
push
We'd
it
like
out
to
there.
come in maybe in January and start pushing that.
Yeah.
because I'm challenging all my Bostonian friends and family to show up at this event.
Yeah.
If we could
Some
go to,
warm soups,
if
some
we could
good
go to the
food.
club and hang out, if we could go to Top Golf and hang out, if we could go to these upscale steak houses and hang out, you could take a moment and spend $40 to support this event, because it's not just a black-owned business, but it's for the kids to make sure that they eat.
Yeah.
And
for
I'm pretty
families
sure
to
a
eat.
lot of y'all that know me, that I know y'all eating well from these people right here. You know what I mean? Y'all eating them good steak. Y'all, you know what I mean? So just make sure for $40, date night. Let's support a cause for a cause. Let's do something positive for once. Let's understand the dynamic of what we have, the ability to do. They always say black people don't support each other. I say otherwise. I think totally different. I think this is a win for the culture. This is a win for the community. And this is definitely a win for your relationship. If you're struggling or if you're happy, if you're sad or you're depressed, if you're miserable, can't cook, go to the soup. They're the best. But that's in March. What other fundraisers y'all got?
Yeah, you have anything before that?
That's our major fundraiser.
I'm promoting it like I want to be there because I just want some soup. I
We
love
are gonna
soup.
be there,
I just
for
want some
sure.
soup.
We'll be at the brewery.
We'll be at the
for
brewery
the whole month of
November.
November.
For the whole month
The
of
weekends.
November.
Yeah, Roundhead.
We'll have a trivia. We'll let you know what we have coming up. We're definitely doing a trivia on 16th or 14th.
I think it's
Yeah,
the
if you send me
15th
the
or something.
information,
It's
I'll
a
make sure I
Saturday.
post it up. You know, we can share it on the Spark page.
Yeah,
share it on my
definitely.
page.
Yeah.
And then we're just going to be hanging out there on Saturday, talking about the program, giving out some produce
And information.
information. Yep, and
We
hoping to-
also have we also have a food resource guide. I'll send you guys a link. We put it together. We update it weekly. It's used very widely. Boston Public Schools uses it. A lot of different businesses and organizations use it. You can open it and you can click on, you can put your community in or where you live, and all the food distribution sites in that area is going to
It's
pop
gonna
up.
pop up. That'll be great.
Dates, times, what they offer, everything.
And it's updated
And yeah,
weekly.
I update it monthly, but you know, if somebody calls me with a change, I'll do that anytime. Yeah.
That's good to know.
All right. Let's play my game. You ready? It's called Shop or Drop. All right, you ready? The way it
You
go.
didn't tell us about the game, Chris.
Nah, I just thought about it because I know y'all work hard. So I have to dissect. I have some questions in my mind that I want to
Yeah, go
ask
ahead.
y'all. All right. Who go picks out the meat first? Between y'all two.
Who go what?
Picks out the meats.
The meats?
To purchase for the pop-up?
Yeah,
or
to
for
purchase
the,
for the pop-up.
So the meats we don't purchase. The meats we get donated.
Yeah.
We purchase the produce.
Yeah. Most of the meats come from places like Amazon or Stop and Shop.
Trader Joe's.
Trader
Trader
Joe's.
Joe's is the salmon.
Shout out to Trader Joe's.
Shout out to Trader Joe's. Yep.
Stop and Shop and Amazon.
Yeah,
Shout out to y'all.
you
Shout
guys.
out to all three of them.
Who picks out the vegetables? Like, how y'all collaboratively say,
We totally
yay
do
or
it.
nay this for this one?
Well, we like to
do it
get
together
like
for the most part.
culturally appropriate stuff depending on where we are. If you notice where we are, there's like 75-80% of people come through are Haitian Creole, right? So we try to get stuff like plantains,
No, we like a lot of
beets,
plantains.
yuca,
beets,
stuff that
Yes.
they usually eat,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So we'll say, what are we gonna get this week, right? And we just, we put a small list together and we call up the place that we buy it from, and we just put the order in. They bill us, and we use that. And then, following week we might feel like something else.
We'll switch it up a
Yeah.
little bit, but we always do the beets and plantains, like the
Yeah.
staple ones that we know, and the carrots.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The-
sweet potatoes, that kind of stuff.
The only reason why I ask
The
this,
fun.
right? I know you're a business partner, but the only reason why I ask is because I struggle in my marriage, right? When we go to the supermarket together,
That's why you don't go to the market with me. I'll take my son before I would take him with me.
we struggle on what we gonna eat, right? And a lot of times I pick up things that I preferably eat, right?
Yeah.
Healthy stuff.
But you're just thinking about you, though, right?
No, I gotta.
Because none of the stuff he picks, no, we don't even eat it, or I don't eat it.
So now let me show you how real it is, right? I don't go to the supermarket with her no more. I come to y'all. She ain't complaining about none of the food since then.
I've been
So
very happy.
how do you train another young man as such as myself to go food shopping?
I don't know how I can do that, man, because I don't even like shopping.
See, it's not just me then.
So when I go to the grocery store or any kind of store, I know what I'm going for.
You just
I'm
go
not the
get
kind of
it
guy
and-
walk around the store say, "Oh, this look good. I might buy this," or I know what I'm going for.
Yeah,
I go in
I'm
there,
like that
find
too,
that
though.
thing,
Yeah.
pay for it, them going up.
Yeah, I think as the older I've become like that. I just go get what I need to get, and I'm out of there. So.
Yeah.
I try not to be distracted because grocery stores, they set stuff up now to distract you.
Yes.
So the stuff you're looking for is usually. You ever hear somebody say shop around the perimeter of the grocery store?
Yeah.
That's where you find the stuff you're actually looking for.
They even put things at eyesight
Yeah.
to distract you from like what you're looking for in that aisle.
I always have to talk to myself like, nope, Jessica, you're going in there, get what you got. I have to literally talk to myself to remind myself, like, because I will end up coming out of there with
I have to do
stuff.
curbside.
Oh, do you?
Because BJ, if not, I'm roaming. Like roaming and picking.
Yeah. And just like, oh, this looks good. Oh, we should try this. And next thing you know, you have a full cart of stuff you don't need.
Yep. And this is one of the things that our nutritionists teach folks too, like how to shop in a grocery store. It sounds simple. It sounds like nothing, but it's so important. You save some money.
Question.
How to shop in a grocery store, how to read food labels. Lots of us don't know how to understand how to read a food label.
I was just about to say that because, like, when you said read food label, I'm about to say, a lot of us men, ladies, I'm finally agreeing with y'all. A lot of us men don't know how to shop. We just grab the first thing that we see, right? And we going because we don't care about nothing else but just getting back home. But is it important to read the labels, the food labels?
Absolutely.
And how do you read the food labels?
Oh yeah, I mean it's a whole process, but
Isn't that like
I think
longer in the market though? Like it's more time consuming.
It is, but once you understand how to do it, right? Let's say you look at something. Let's say you might be, you have hypertension,
diabetic, or
right?
So
and you're trying not to
those
use
certain
much sodium,
the sugar,
right?
Okay.
So a lot of people will see, let's say, 14 grams of salt or sodium in this item. What a lot of folks don't realize is that that's per serving. Right.
So every time you use it, that's
like that one bag could be like 5 servings.
Exactly.
So if you see 14. Like 160, it's 160 times 5 on the calories or the sodium or
I had an IEP. Can y'all break that down?
So this is totally a bad example, right? Because I'm not promoting potato chips. But a bag of potato chips, you look on the back, immediately you see like 160 calories. You're like, oh, wow, 160. And it's per serving. And that one bag of chips, according to that label, has 4 servings in it. Nobody is eating that bag of chips 4 times.
Yeah,
no.
It's one.
That's the one bag of
It
chips,
and so
before you know it, you're like at 700 calories, 65. You're over your weekly limit of sodium.
From one bag of chips.
Yeah.
Wow.
By far. And also
Sugar.
The sugar.
Sugars.
And you know how you get your biggest salt intake? Eating out.
We have to change what we do.
Yeah, no, seriously, that's biggest.
That's hard, right? Because if you're running and you're like, it's easier sometimes to.
Her schedule sometimes. Me, I don't do shit.
Yeah,
so
my schedule
me, I just be waiting home for her to come home and cook.
And by the time I get home, I'm exhausted. Sometimes I just don't want to cook. It's easier for me to just DoorDash something. You guys just eat something and call it a night.
There's nothing wrong with DoorDashing, ordering some food, but I try not to make it a habit.
Yeah, I don't want to make it a habit because it costs a lot, but I do want to promote more healthy eating, But my husband is, with his condition, and my son is a quarterback. He's a football player, so I'm always on him, like, not drinking soda, stay away from the sugar, stay away, because I want him to be at his best on the field. Yeah. So I have to continuously promote that, and in turn to help me. I have a sick mother at home, all these things. So it's like I need to learn how to do the same thing.
And also too, like if you look at certain labels, you'll see like it'll tell you like this item or this was made with genetically modified or engineered, or causes. Now they're putting on there cancer causing ingredients, like especially with like the noodles. So like I seen it online, and then I was in the store and I seen a pack of noodles and I looked,
like the ramen like,
is this real? And I went to look at the package and it said harmful, causes cancer and reproductive
And it's
issues.
still on the shelf.
And it is on
Why?
the shelf, and it's being blasted on social media, right, for our kids to like go try those noodles.
Is this the ramen noodles? Is this the craze of these ramen noodles?
Yeah, the ones it's in like a pink
the big
bowl
the
or
bowls.
something.
My son just got like 3 of them the other day. They're going in the trash. Wow, I did not know that. Why? So it is important to pay attention to labels because I can guarantee you people are not reading that and they're just grabbing them off the shelf.
So
nobody has time for that.
Wow.
So let me ask you.
But I think when you read it the first time you ever see it, then you're like
How to read
Looking at
everything.
looking at everything.
You notice that there are expiration dates on these too, right?
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
I'm so over this government. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Because in my mind, hey Bestie, what she said? She said it's important to read the labels.
Yeah.
Bestie, what's up? In my mind, again, now you got me second guessing going food shopping. Well, right now, this might be the last week. We only could go food shopping. But if you can't go food shopping next week, just make sure you stop at the Hyde Park food pop-up. I'm trying not to give it my own name because y'all don't understand the structure it is, but just make sure y'all stopping. And again, what Tima said? I'm sorry. Read what Tima said.
Oh yeah, people in the chat. Tima says bioengineered foods are not good for you. Yeah. Also taught my 8-year-old about it too. So that's another thing, teaching our younger kids.
Yes,
do y'all do that?
About food.
Y'all do that?
Yeah, totally do.
So let me ask y'all just a random hypothetical, random question that pops in my head, right? Off a script. If my wife came to you today and said, you know what, I got a bunch of kids, so you could teach them Fit Kitchen, healthy eating, what would your response be?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
I agree with what they said, right?
Always a plug in there somewhere.
Yeah, let's
Always
talk
a plug in there. Yeah, we do have. I do. It's been hard, I must say, to find someone to teach this healthy eating Fit Kitchen class that we do at ADSL, because you're dealing with 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds, 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds. So it's hard to find an instructor who can grasp the kids and patience with the kids, teaching them because they want to learn. They do want to learn. I heard you mention you have raised beds in your backyard. We have raised beds at ADSO. The kids actually go out and plant. We teach them about the cycle of life. We don't have that great weather, so the stuff doesn't always produce, but the other day they were happy to know that a watermelon grew out of there and potatoes grew out of there. They were so excited.
I get excited
about
when
that.
peppers
It was like, oh
come
my
up
God,
and
I can
I totally
grow
get
food.
excited.
I'm like, you can grow food. Like, this is the stuff you buy in the market. And this one little boy was like, well, why do we have to buy it in the market if I could just get it from the dirt? I said, my point exactly. So let's make it happen, So
let me ask y'all. I know a lot of times your organization collaborates with them to help them.
Yeah, you guys have been a blessing to my
help
families.
Fit
I'm
Kitchen.
telling you.
Help Fit Kitchen.
Fit Kitchen, the taking them home, major blessing.
Have y'all collaborated yet?
Yes, they did a food pop-up at ADSO a couple of weeks ago. What was it, in October? No. September? I forget September, I think. It was still kind of nice out at that time. We did a nice big pop-up up there. All the food was gone. So shout out to you guys for that. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
it was
really,
really
and
nice.
we'll be coming back at some point.
Thank you, because I have been having people ask me.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Don't go back until they give you a donation. All right. He needs donation to keep
sure
his program organization going. All right.
We get a donation for sure.
Make sure y'all give him a donation.
No, absolutely. But I already have had people.
Like I said, we don't ask for a donation.
I'm asking for it, which I do help.
No, I've had people already ask me when you
if
guys
you're
are
able
coming
to,
back.
then you're able to. If you're not,
we're coming anyway. Yeah.
Don't show up until they give you a donation.
I got them. It's been.
We can't do that. Then we'd be like politicians. Then if we did that,
No,
right? We'd be holding out. We can't hold out.
You know what?
That.
You know what? And it's sad to say, we live in a society with sensitive people, very sensitive people. But we also live in a society with unrealistic people. Y'all cannot continue to maintain and continue to do what y'all do without no funding, without no support, without no structure of financial consistency. So after that, y'all might not say it,
So he gonna say
but
it.
I'm gonna say it.
We appreciate
It takes
you.
nothing to give a donation, because that one donation you give feeds hundreds, or 200s, or 400. I know damn for sure it feeds me, and I'm struggling. Nobody know what I'm going through. So y'all don't understand. When I say this, people go drink, they go smoke, they'll go party, they'll buy costumes.
Halloween costume costs more than $40 ticket to your thing. Halloween costumes are costing like $100, and they throwing it down for one night to dress up. So
you asking for a donation, 40, 20, 30
$100.
a dollar.
It doesn't
what
matter.
anything
Something.
matters. Like, we got to do
folks,
better.
Whatever folks can give, that's what we ask for. You know, we know that I got a full-time job. I'm like a paycheck away from being food insecure, right? If I wasn't dealing with food, I probably would be food insecure, right? I take some of that food home, you know, and what's not. But, you know, we try not to put pressure on folks. If you have a couple of dollars and you want to help us out, you know, we'd be grateful for that. But we don't put pressure on folks to be like, hey, you know, you have to give us this in order to get this.
No, I'm not establishing that.
You know, not everybody can. You know?
No, and that's fine. I'm not establishing that, but I'm speaking more to the
people who can.
The people that sit at the big wigs that they would call it in the city of Boston, the big wigs.
The people who can.
No, I mean, like, we are struggling times. This is if it ain't never been important, right now is important. Yeah. And if I just pray to God that somebody hears this and say, you know what, because y'all don't ask for nothing. Y'all come out your own personal pocket. Y'all take away from your own family. Y'all have separate families going on. Y'all got personal things going on, but y'all never miss a beat. And y'all do this from the grace of God, from out of your heart, of the kindness. And there's no tax refund in this shit. No. You know what I mean? It's just really y'all people saying thank you. But you know what, big wig, come out y'all chairs and help out. Like,
I have a question. Sorry. The Greater Food Bank of Boston. Do you guys work with them, or do they help out with anything with you guys?
Not directly. No. We get food from them indirectly through another entity.
The bags, the market basket
the bags actually come from them, but they don't come bagged. So the bags come from them and goes to the YMCA. The YMCA bags them up and donate them to us.
Shout out to YMCA. We see y'all. We appreciate y'all.
Big shout outs to the YMCA. Big shout outs to April, Wendy, all the people down there working at the hub. And although they're struggling, just making sure that they can feed communities that need it.
Shout out to you, ladies. Shout out to that. Absolutely. I asked that question because, you know, that is the Greater Boston Food Bank. Like, that's our biggest food source, right?
They're struggling right now.
But that's what I was wondering. They must be struggling just as well as everybody else is with getting food. So, man.
Even our nutritionists are struggling right now. They a lot of them get federal funding to do the work that they're doing with us, and some of that funding is not going to happen again for a minute. So we lost some nutritionists. There are some who volunteer their time to come out and work with us, but you know, we like to encourage either volunteers or anybody who does anything, any kind of work that they rely on to pay their bills. We always encourage making sure they get paid, you know, when we can. So
that's dope. Oh gosh, what? You made that face.
I'm just baffled. We live in an era, if you're still looking to get paid, you gotta stop. You gotta stop. Everything don't need to have a price on its head. Sometimes you gotta learn to give back, to appreciate what you have. I mean, so if you're still looking for somebody to pay you the way the economy is right now, you're failing. You gotta collaborate. You gotta work together. And all these people, all these CEOs, you know, For the ones that's donating, I humbly appreciate it. I think the community humbly appreciate it. But for the city of Boston, this is coming from me, Mr. Dirk. We gotta do better. We gotta do better.
We got a lot of big wigs out here.
When you have people coming out their own pocket to make sure the community is still being fed, then the government, the governance, got to do better in supporting them. Because after they is no, all y'all gonna receive is thank you. But when I'm sorry, give me 1 second. All y'all gonna receive is thank you, thank you, thank you. But the moment a person don't have, you're not gonna sleep well. So how is that fair for you? You know what I mean? How is it fair for you when you got to get up 3 o'clock in the morning, come out your own pocket, and y'all got to put your money together to make sure that we eat?
Yeah.
Why is that fair for you when we have the governance and the financial stability to do it, but they choose not to support? And in my mind, I don't want to make it a political thing, but this is me being me. I always ask myself, is it a race thing? Because it's like, if it was white people, they'll make sure they're good, but it's because of our color, it makes sure we're bad. And that's nor here but there. That's another topic for another day. I want to tell you that. But the reality is, these people get up 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. They come out their own pocket. They make sure they go door to door. They make sure they give. All he's asking for is a donation. Yeah. If it's $1, 50 cents, a quarter, anything and everything matters. And at this time of day in need, we got to come to society and realize we could put the clubs on hold. We could put the sneakers on hold. We could put the designer outfits on hold. Instead of sitting here and investing and trying to look good and look far, us as human beings need to grab our LLCs, try to find money in the bank to put back into your program, because without you, we're not going to eat. And I thank you for that.
You know, we do what we can, man.
I wish so modest. He don't want his flowers. He just keep cutting you off. He's just so modest.
I wish we didn't have to ask for donations or anything. I tell you what, though, as a people, right, it takes a certain amount of skill for somebody who doesn't have anything to survive in this world. We have that skill because we've been unmarginalized all our lives, right? Like, we didn't have nothing, but we figured out ways to make it work. So can you imagine if we all put those skills together and we came together like a real village? We wouldn't need no funding from anybody else. We would make it work, right? Yeah. But, you know, it's that's the difficult part, though. Yeah, you know, just getting folks together to do the right thing, to become that village, right?
When we had that village, they burnt it down. Black Wall Street.
That's right.
The list could go on.
No,
but I ain't going to introduce that. That's another day. I'm gonna try to bring y'all back.
Yeah.
But I want to ask y'all this quick fast. I want to ask y'all, where can they find y'all at? Give me a final message, and what's the most important thing you want to leave on the table for people to know about y'all? So, Mr. Becker, respectfully, I'm going to let you go first.
I was going to say, if you had the time, I would like to see more pop-ups, more people start these kind of things without trying to profit from them. If you got the time and, you know, you really care about your neighbor, right? Start to do something. You know, start to do something. Just, you know, figure out what you got to do. It's not easy, you know. We struggle often trying to find out where we're going to get money from for our next pop-up. But we make it happen, right? So, like I said, we'll be a force to be reckoned with if we all came together and did this thing together, right? I'd like to see 30, 40 other pop-ups just pop up. Out of the blue, and people start coming together and doing this work without trying to gain anything from it, right? Because we have to look out for ourselves and our neighbors, right? If not, what's happening right now? Who's looking out for us?
Looking out for us,
right?
We gotta look out for each other.
So if we can come together and we can look out for each other, go see a neighbor, you know, if you haven't seen your neighbor in a couple of days, see how they're doing, see how they're eating, you know, find out if they need help doing something. Just that kind of stuff. Just really looking out for each other, not wanting anything in return.
And not every time. Being genuine about it, for sure.
And what can everybody find you at?
Hmm?
Where can they find you at?
So
Like when I'm not working, I'm home. No, I'm just kidding.
Don't find him at his house.
I'm like 98 Thorn Street.
But we got our Facebook page, Hyde Park Food Pop-Up. We're building a website right now.
Almost there.
Almost
that
there.
will have a calendar, location, date. But on Facebook, we do post where we're at next.
Okay.
And again, what's your Facebook?
Hyde Park Food Pop-Up.
Hyde Park Food Pop-Up on Facebook. Do you guys have an Instagram or is it just Facebook?
Just Facebook.
Just Facebook.
Okay.
But I will say the next pop-up is November 14th, distribution from 12 to 1. And if all goes well, we'll have some turkeys.
And what's the address that's going to be at?
98 Thorn Street.
98
Hassan
Thorn
Apartments
Street.
in Hyde Park.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, right in Hyde Park, not too far from
Our regular, so our kind of home base.
Okay. All right, man.
And what's your final message you want to tell the people?
Come get food. If you need food, come get it. Like, totally come get it.
What about you? What's your final message?
Same thing, man. Just, if you're a lot of us have a choice these days. Unfortunately, that choice is, should I pay this bill or should I buy food, right? If you're struggling with those choices and, you want to come through and get some food, so that may hold you over for a week or so, and you can take that money and keep the lights on or the gas going or something. Come see us. We're not going to give you any money, but we'll give you some food. We'll help you out with that.
And if you know somebody that needs food, come get it for them.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people, again, who even with our show and as much as we promote and talk about it, people still have food insecurities. People are still embarrassed that, they can't feed their family, especially our black men. Black men have it hard as it is anyway. But now to say, I can't even feed my family, that's going to weigh 1,000 pounds on that black man right now. And I'm not trying to make it a white and black thing, but this is the reality of it. So it's going to weigh even more on our black men because now, I got to really figure out how I'm going to feed my children, how I'm going to feed the mother of my child and all that stuff. Yeah, you got to be a man, bride, right? As we're talking, my mind, my mind's always going, my brain's always going. I'm like, listen, we have a little backyard back here. Let me talk to Sauce. We could do a pop-up right here. Why not?
Let us know.
This is Spark FM is not only just a platform to talk about stuff like this, but this is our central community. This is for our community. Danielle worked really, really, shout out to you again. I know you're watching, but shout out to her for working so hard to build Spark FM and make it the staple and the base for our black community so we can have networking events here, so we can communicate here, so we can have the mayor walk through here as thousands of times as she does, councilmen, different people who come here to talk about what they're doing for the city. So we can do a pop-up here too, and we can feed the community here too. So I'm going to connect with you guys, and we'll definitely do one here at Spark FM for sure. Definitely. I'm going to make that happen.
Let's do it.
And I would love if we can collaborate one night, just try to do a big fundraiser where we can get back to y'all to get back to us, because it's important. I know y'all personally come out your pocket yourselves. I know funding is tight. I know the government is shut down. But each and every time y'all do it, y'all make sure not just 100, 200, y'all make sure hundreds of people eat. And make sure everybody who walk through the doors, walk out the doors, not empty-handed with food to provide for their family. So again, the city of Boston.
Right.
If you have anything that you can donate, please make sure you tap into the Hyde Park Food Pop-Up. Donate to them. Make sure y'all get back, because they're not asking for no money. They're not doing anything illegal. They're doing straight up God's work, and they're giving back to the community. So I'm asking y'all personally, if you're a family member on bedroom topics, tap in. We here. Support them as they support us. So make sure y'all tap in and give them donations for the win.
Absolutely.
Your Tima, I need $1,000. You don't got to give it to me, Tima, but just donate $1,000 to them, Tima. You know how this go. We'll fix it while we fix it, but donate 1,000, Tima. Holla at me.
Yeah, we could do that. Everybody can just put in a pool, $20, and donate to the Hyde Park pop-up. Like, whatever we can do, we're going to do it. We're going to try to do it and keep making it work for us. You know, if somebody just give 5, 10, 20, you don't have to give a lot. People think when you donate, you got to give thousands. No.
So,
10 people give $20.
So if that's the case, when's your next event? The
14th.
All right. The next event is 14th. How much can you donate?
I can donate 50.
I will match your 50.
I bet. If
you're any of our friends and you love us the way you say you love us and you ride with us to say you ride with us, all you got to do is donate $50. We already got $100 on the table to get back to the community because they spend a lot. They spend a lot. They give a lot. They do a lot. So we got $100 on the table. If you're interested to join that unity, please join us.
Yeah,
you gotta make sure they get their $100 too.
I am gonna make sure.
They voted on the 14th, so by the 7th they better have their $100.
I'll have it before that.
We got you all on tape.
Before that.
They can sue you now after this, all right?
If everybody does a little though, then no one has to do a lot, right?
Yeah, exactly. If everybody does a little, no one has to do a lot.
We'll be straight.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Final thoughts?
What's your final thought?
This was a great show. Very informative. I thank you guys so much for coming.
Thank you for having
this was
us.
super dope. I would say what I've been saying for the past couple of weeks. Continue to love each other and be kind to each other. Continue to live the best life that you can live. And continue to laugh, smile, be happy, because that's a addictive thing. When you're happy and you're smiling, you're gonna make someone else smile. And you just don't even know how much that smile you put on their face brighten up the day, like you guys put smile on people's faces every weekend by giving them a bag of food. That little thing right there goes a long, long way. So I humbly say thank you to you guys so much for everything that you guys do. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow for the Saucy and Friends so they can give you all the good updates over the weekend. Mr. Dirt's going to close it out, but just got to give my little one too. Also, Saturday the 8th, if you're looking for something to do, please join me at Dotini at Blend. I am on the Phil's Corner Main Street board, and we are having our event there on Saturday as well. So if you guys would like to come and hang out, let me know. I'll get you guys some tickets, and we'll go from there. But yeah, shout out.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
My final thought, I would say this. This is not a time in life where you need to be prideful or ashamed. This is a time you need to speak up. If you're falling short through society because of the government, the Hyde Park food pop-up is here. Not this weekend, but they said the next event is the 14th. Make sure y'all tap in. And you have my personal number. You call me for the win. They give everything that you least expected, and everything is fresh. But make sure you realize you're not eating for free. Give a donation of $40. That's the best. This is another edition of Bedroom Topic. We here, we live, we lit. And I will see y'all on the 14th real quick. We out, baby.